Back to the Abundant Life channel. Thank you for joining me again. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to manage stress during COVID-19. The coronavirus, also called COVID-19, has caused fear to grip the globe. This has been a very stressful time for everyone. There seems to be no end in sight. There are worries about contracting the virus, dying from the virus, joblessness, lack of food, coping with grief because of loved ones who have died from it, and the isolating impact of social distancing. In this video, I want to talk to you about how to cope with stressors daily in the midst of this pandemic. You know, stress is normal. However, if not managed, can cause so much harm to our health and quality of life. Did you know that your body has a stress hormone called cortisol? This hormone helps to regulate a lot of our bodily functions, including our sugar levels, blood pressure, inflammation, your mood, including anxiety and depression, among other things. However, the important thing to note is that when we become very stressed and for a prolonged period of time, our body produces too much cortisol, which causes everything that cortisol helps to regulate to be out of balance. This would explain why blood pressure numbers increase, blood sugar levels increase, even having joint pains, irregular moods, along with a weakened immune system. I want to share with you today some tips to help you keep your stress levels low and stay afloat. I stay afloat because some stressors, we can't get rid of them. For example, COVID-19. It doesn't matter how much we want it to go away, it won't at this time. So let's talk about how to stay afloat and cope with stress. When going through a stressful time, it is very important to accept, first of all, that it is difficult and allow yourself to feel that because you're human. So the first step is to acknowledge and own your stress. The next step is to identify what you're specifically stressed about or struggling with. For example, is it the fear of getting sick, your job security, bills, your company failing, questions like, will I ever go back to school or hang out with my friends at school? Or it could just be the unknown of the impact of the virus. So the second step is to identify your specific stressors and write them down. I suggest utilizing the concept of a basket. I call this the worry basket. We use baskets to carry things. In the same way, we carry things around in our minds. So draw a basket and write every one of your worries in it. The next step is to identify whether or not what you're feeling stressed about is in your control or not in your control. Control here is talking about whether or not you have the ability to impact change in your situation. This is a very important step because worrying about things you cannot control is the worst kind of worry. Because it doesn't matter how much time you spend thinking about it, crying about it, losing sleep about it. It does not change the situation. However, it changes you because it increases your cortisol levels and make you sick. Thinking about the stressors increase in deaths constantly, for example, watching the news and wondering what's going to happen to the world are things that we cannot change. However, worrying about these things changes you. The things you cannot control, you must let go. Is this easy to do? No. but we are only harming ourselves if we don't let them go. And what does this look like practically? If things come into your mind that you cannot control, talk to yourself and remind yourself, I can't control this. I have to let this go. Things we can control, we must have a plan for them. So if you are worried, how are you going to provide for your family because you lost your job, for example? Then start exploring resources to get an income, such as what does the government have available? Exploring jobs that fits the need at this time. Things online, delivery jobs. Contacting your local 211 United Way agency can also be a great first step with getting help to finding resources in your community. So the third step, write your worries under categories. What is in your control and what is not in your control? What is not in your control, you release. It's hard to do. However, it is necessary. What is in your control? Try to create a plan for this because the unknown creates a high level of uncertainty. Asking for help and support is difficult for a lot of people. However, sometimes we do need a helping hand. We are not perfect and things are not always great or okay. Allowing someone to help you when you're not strong enough does not mean that you are weak. It just means you're human. So call someone if you just need to talk. Network if you need resources. Talk with a mental health therapist if you're needing professional support. Remember, this situation is not forever. You will rise again. Accepting help strengthens you. You rise up and then you'll get back to where you were or even better. So the fourth and final step is allow people to support you. Do not do this alone. I hope you found these strategies helpful and hang in there. Thank you so much for watching and see you soon. Remember, healthy minds create happy and abundant lives. Please subscribe, share, and watch. See you soon.